Yeah, but so we're now sort of fourth generation born and raised and in the same area. My grandparents bought a place called the Beach House over at Widemouth Bay. Some of you may know it. In 1966, the same year as my mother's birth, and it was a little guest house with a few rooms in it. They had a stables just along to the side.
Just stop you there.
Yeah.
Same age as me.
Is it? How about that? Daddy?
Don't remember. Who looks familiar?
And I'm going to stop fiddling here. I'll come back to that. So 1966, they took it on. Little guest house and stables. Well, water frontage down there. We've got a jetty that we own a little bit of the beach in front. And they thought, what are we going to do with this place? So they turned it into a hotel. They converted the stables into a convenience fruit and veg store. Because previously they were in Plymouth. And in Plymouth, they started off. My grandfather, he was a shipwright, and his parents had a fruit and veg stall. They were barrow boys originally, and took on a shop so that they had a shop frontage to be able to wholesale and resell fruit and veg. And actually, what I sharpen my knives on now, it was a butcher's shop before it was a fruit and veg shop, and this was left. So in the 40s they took it on, and this is now fifth generation. So I've got to make sure I take that one home. But so they branched out from that and brought it down into Widemouth Bay. So the stables were converted into a fruit and veg shop and a convenience store, just to service a local village. It was, enough to keep the all-round trade going, because, as you know, the tourist market for hotels and guest houses is very seasonal, and probably was so more then. So we'll move on a little bit further, and that was developed, and then into a hotel of 13 rooms. And the shop developed a little bit more as well. They developed a few other businesses around there. And in the 90s, early 90s, my uncle decided, he was a chef, and he decided there's something that people aren't doing, something people aren't supporting. We're covered in the sea everywhere surrounding us, and nobody is supporting the local fishermen. Nobody is taking this wonderful product that is everywhere and doing something wonderful with it. So he put a small fishmongers in, and he had a delivery van, and he built up from the very beginning, and really brought eating fish into the area was something that you could do in a bespoke way. So you could go into your fishmonger, you could buy the fish you wanted, you could buy fish that you never knew you could even get. You could have the freshest product that was possible. Now the supermarkets are really onto it. In the 90s, it was a little bit more difficult, and so at the time it was something you couldn't really get anywhere else. So unfortunately, 4 years ago, he passed away, and the business rolled forward a little bit with his daughter taking it on. But this last year, they decided that it wasn't for them, and so in October, I took it on with my mother. So primarily fruit and veg convenience store with the fishmongers in there. I was brought up around my uncle and the fish, so I'm really, really fish passionate. But my background isn't really that. I'm fourth generation shopkeeper, but I'm first generation farmer. So I farm lamb and beef. Actually, Sue, who was just on, she's my landlady. So I rent my ground off of Sue and her husband Fraser at Walesborough Farm. Our furthest field being 1 mile away from the shop, and probably 2.5 miles from here, I'd say.
Yeah, about that.
So I wanted to bring another element into the shop. So the shop evolved again, 2017, when I got in there in October, and we're now slowly developing a farm shop and local cooperative, where I'm selling my grass-reared, outdoor-reared lamb and beef, and we supply a few restaurants, and we sell quite a lot of retail. We only sell direct, so I don't sell anything to the abattoir. I don't sell anything through market. Like Sue was saying about being very transport passionate, we've got 9.8 food miles with all of our meat. So we've got 1 mile maximum from the shop, and we've got 9.8 miles that goes to our abattoir and our butchery. Being grass reared, being outdoor reared, our animals never see concrete until the one time they do see concrete, and it's the last time. Where I'm very, very passionate. I take them early in the morning, completely stress free, and I wait there with them. and so it's a very
That's what they were telling me about
Yeah.
you. Is it's quite rare for you to take it and wait there.
yeah.
Because a lot of, obviously, farmers don't wait there. And you actually wait there
Yeah.
all the way through.
Yeah, absolutely. And I don't leave until they're on the hook. And the thing with that is that your product is what you put into it. So I put in really old permanent pasture grass, loads of wildflowers, loads of herbs in there, loads of really natural, slow growing forage in there. So our lamb grows slowly and the taste matures as it does that. Because if you grow, as you all know about there, if you grow an animal fast, they'll put the fat on the outside, they don't put the fat on the inside. Peter will say fat is flavour.
Certainly.
You want, yeah, Dillis is obsessed with my lamb chops because I have to keep the fattiest ones for Dillis. She's particularly partial to the fattier lamb chops. So we keep only heifer beef because they lay their fat down slightly differently. And we keep Clyn sheep from the Clyn Peninsula in Wales. And we mature them slowly on these older pastures so that the flavour comes from within the meat. Instead of getting a big fat wad of meat of fat over the top of your meat, it marvels throughout. So as you cook it, it all goes through the meat and the flavour's all there. So that's a little bit about the meat, a little bit about the fish, a little bit about the shop.
It's nice to see that somebody cares so much about the welfare of the animal as well. It's so important.
And we've got footpaths that run through every single field that we've got. Nothing to hide. If you want to go and have a look, enjoy a walk, park up at the weir, go and have a cup of tea, walk through down to Widemouth Bay.
Beautiful.
And have a good look. We've got nothing to hide, and